Hey cleaning mystery fans! Today's video takes a spooky twist. Get ready for a chilling short story that's bound to send shivers down your spine. Grab your popcorn and let's dive in. I once worked as a cleaner at an assisted living facility. It was a quiet place, tucked away in the suburbs with long hallways and rooms that looked all the same. The residents were mostly elderly, many of them bedridden or requiring constant care. One night, as I was cleaning the main hallway, one of the nurse buttons went off. A soft chime echoed through the corridor, signaling that someone needed assistance. I glanced at the screen at the nurse's station to see which room it was. Room 209. The problem was, room 209 had been empty for weeks. Its last resident, Mr. Fletcher, had passed away about a month ago, and the room hadn't been reassigned yet. It was locked, as far as I knew, and untouched since the staff had cleaned it after he passed. I stared at the screen, waiting for the call to reset itself. Sometimes the system acted up, sending false alarms to rooms that weren't occupied. But the call persisted, the red light next to room 209's name blinking insistently. I decided to check it out, if only to ease my own nerves. Pushing down my cleaning cart in front of me like a shield, I walked toward the room. The hallway felt longer than usual, the air heavier with each step. The fluorescent lights flickered once, then steadied, but the sudden disruption made my stomach churn. When I reached the room 209, I hesitated. The door was slightly ajar. That stopped me in my tracks. It shouldn't have been open. All unoccupied rooms were supposed to stay locked until new residents moved in. "Hello?" I called, my voice breaking slightly. I had no response. I nudged the door open wider with my foot, peering inside. The room was just as I remembered it, bare and lifeless, the bed stripped and the furniture pushed to the corners. Dust motes swirled up in the beam of light streaming through the window, but the call button on the wall was lit up, glowing a faint red. My breath caught in my throat. Maybe someone had been here earlier, a nurse or a maintenance worker that had accidentally activated the button. That was the only explanation that made sense. I stepped inside, the wheels of my cart squeaking loudly in the silence. As I approached the call button to reset it, I felt a sudden chill, as though the temperature in the room had dropped 10 degrees. Goosebumps prickled on my skin, and I could see my breath faintly in the cold air. I stopped in my tracks, glancing over my shoulder. The room was empty, but the silence was so oppressive, it felt as though someone was standing right behind me. "Okay, let's get this over with," I muttered to myself, reaching for the button. Before my fingers touched it, I heard a faint rustling sound behind me. It was soft, almost imperceptible, like fabric brushing against fabric. I turned sharply, scanning the room. There was nothing there. I shook my head, trying to dispel the creeping fear crawling at my chest. I pressed the reset button firmly, and the light blinked off. Just as I was about to leave, I heard it. "Help me." The voice was so quiet, I almost convinced myself I had imagined it. But then it came again, louder this time, a raspy whisper that seemed to come from everywhere at once. "Help me, help me, help me, help me." I froze, every muscle in my body locked in place. My heart fluttered in my chest as I scanned the room again. The voice sounded so desperate, so human. "Mr. Fletcher?" I whispered before I could stop myself. No answer, just the oppressive silence. I bolted from the room, leaving my cart behind. My footsteps echoed down the hall as I raced back to the nurse's station. When I got there, I found one of the night nurses sitting on the desk, scrolling through her phone. "You okay?" she asked, looking up at me with a frown. I told her what had happened. As I described the voice and the call button, her expression shifted from curiosity to unease. "You said it was room 209? She asked, her voice dropping to a whisper. I nodded, still trying to catch my breath. She hesitated, glancing over her shoulder before leaning closer to me. Mr. Fletcher used to call us all at this time from that room. He'd press the button just to talk, said he was lonely and wanted some company. We'd find excuses to sit with him, but he didn't like to be alone." Her words sent shivers down my spine. "Do you think—" I started, but she cut me off. "Don't overthink it," she said quickly. "It's probably the system acting up." I nodded, but her tone didn't convince me. The way she avoided my gaze told me she didn't believe her own explanation. I didn't finish my rounds that night. I made an excuse to leave early, blaming a headache, and never set foot in room 209 again. But every time I walked past that hallway during my shifts, I couldn't help but glance at the door, half expecting it to see it cracked open, waiting for me.
Thank you for joining us on this eerie adventure, The Cleaning Mystery fans. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more intriguing twists and turns. And if you have any story you want to share, please feel free to email us or leave it in the comments down below. We'd be more than happy to share it with everyone else. Until next time, and keep it clean and very mysterious.